Hey, what's going on YouTube? This is a video on how to do the Wolfhelm quest. First, we're going to start up with here at Breen, over in the Narda Town Center. You're going to say task to him. He's going to take you up to the north, or send you out to the north to go check on an old friend of his, or another old trader, known as Morrigan. I'm going to show you how to get there. You're going to head east from the town center, and you're going to go up to the top of the church. Not the top of the church. Where the spawn point is. Or not just where the auger boss spawns. Where the spawn, where you're spawning. Up north of here, there's a little portal, and you take that portal. That portal will take you northeast of here, up next to the woodland area. Once you get over to the woodland area, you're going to follow the path east of the portal. And you're going to hug around, go towards the ancient tree, and head west. You're not going to go into the snowmouth icy path or anything of that nature. You're just going to go around this path and head over towards Morgan's boutique. So let's get on working. Hopefully this video serves you well. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And there will be some future guides coming out here over the course of the next couple of days. Main story quest will probably come out tomorrow for a full main story quest guide. So you're gonna go through the path. Don't head up into the ice mountains. It's not over there. You want to keep heading west. Keep heading west. And walk past a few wolves. You're going to get to like an old little mine site. And you don't want to go down the mine. You want to go down the steps and then up these steps again. There's going to be a little land bridge on the other side. You're going to see a little bridge. And you keep going past the Norda Mountain path indicator. And you will see a little shop. And inside this shop, you'll see Loki, who is definitely up to no good inside of Morrigan's shop. You talk to this guy and you trade with this dude. He's out literally trying to rip you off. Everything is like 10k or something. Yeah, everything's 10k. Cloth and all that stuff. So if you go outside and you take a look at that little sign that's out there, it actually says Morgan's Boutique, which is how you kind of figure out that this is not supposed to be Loki's shop and he's not supposed to be ripping you off for 10k. So yeah, so you just say Morrigan to him and he's gonna TP away. Now, what you're gonna want to do at this point is you're gonna want to head back to Basile, right? We're gonna go from Basile all the way back to where, if any of you have done the brass chest run, now it's level, requires 15. It used to be level 10. It's in the lower Basile sewers. So I'm gonna take you there now. We're just gonna head back to Basile. We're gonna check in this to see who's over there. I assume it's a well that leads you into the Underdark of Narda, which is probably terrifying. Probably absolutely terrifying. We're just heading back over here. Heading back to town. Just follow the path. The path will lead you back. Go down these steps, and then we'll be back out into the town center. And then once we're over here in the town center, we're going to head west again. Heading west until we get to the south gate of Basile. Once you're over at the south gate of Basile, you're going to want to go southwest from that point until you reach the lower Basile sewers. There is a dig entrance, so you will need a shovel. And you're just going to need a rope for this quest. Gonna need a shovel, gonna need a rope for this quest. If you don't intend to do one of the later parts as a group, when you get the deer charm, it is possible to do it solo. You will die. Unless there's some kind of way to cheese it or bug it out, which is totally possible somehow. I don't know. Maybe like some kind of like rat spawns or something. But yeah, we're just heading back towards the south gate. South of Basile. And if any of you have ever seen the female goblin, this is what the female goblin is a part of. The female goblin is a part of this quest. So we're just going to keep heading west until we get to the first part of Basile. Now we're going to head south here. Heading south down this little path here. Instead of going east towards the caravan, you're just going to go... There's a little dig spot over here. And we're going to go in here. And I get super distracted by this guy's name. Later on, I come down here and I farm a couple of these cubes of doom. So we're actually like fast forward through this stuff. All right, sorry about that. There's I get really distracted easily, and I just end up farming mobs instead of doing the quest. So yeah, I'm not overdoing the quest. Terrible quest guide, sorry. So yes, you go talk to this female goblin. You say Morrigan. Morgan's gonna tell you something about some charms and Norda. So you're gonna have to go back to Norda. You're going to say charms again. It'll tell you that she needs 3. Or Morgan will need 3 or whatever. So we're going to head back up to Narda. And once we are there, we're going to talk to a few people. We're going to talk to Breen. We're going to talk to Ruzzle. We're going to say charms to both of them. And the third person that you ask about the third charm, I don't actually know who it is. If anybody could do that, please comment down below, so I can add that. In to part of the video. Thank you. So I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna skip forward to being back in town center, and we're gonna go from there. All right. So we are approaching Narda town center again. And we are right next to Breen's shop. We're gonna go over here and talk to Breen. Once you talk to Breen, you're gonna say charm. Breen will send you on the bear charm part of the quest to go up into the high mountains. It's not that crazy. You don't actually have to go into like the North Narda Pass or anything of that nature. You don't have to go into like the snow zone, which is absolutely a pain in the rear. Talk to Rosal next. She will send you to go get the rat charm over in the docks. And then we're going to head back east, and we're going to head towards Mother's Shrine. And then we're going to take the portal over to the Mother's Shrine, and we're going to take this back up to the Woodlands area where all the bears and wolves and stuff are. And once we're up there, we're going to go get the bear charm first. You will need some kind of dash or thrash ability for this. It is necessary. I don't believe you can do this part without it. There might be some kind of like way to cheese. I don't think so. Yeah, so back up to another shrine. Take the portal. Portal's going to take you back over here. South of the ancient tree. And so we're going to go follow this path around back up to where we were, almost as if like we were just going previously to Morrigan's shop. But we're not going to go that far west. Once we go up at the end of the path, there's going to be some steps at the end of the path. You're going to want to go up those steps. And then once you go up those steps, that beam that we just ran under is where you're going to want to walk across. So you're going to go up these steps and around this little path. Start heading back east now towards the ancient tree. Now, it's going to be right ahead of you. There's going to be a few little logs, but those don't do anything. So go under these logs over here. There's a few set up. You need to go around this little... and there's a little overpass right here. You just walk across that little mound. Perfect. There's normally a couple bears in here. I think actually one spawns on my way out, and I pull it out and I kill it. A buddy of mine's out here farming. He has no idea this is my ult. It's kind of funny. So yeah, so you dash, and then boom. There is your first charm. I had to slap the rush back on. I think I should probably do this. Alright, so there's the grizzly. I ain't scared no grizzly. Yeah, so I help them kill it. This is where grizzlies are, if you guys are curious. There's a couple here. There's a lot more in the northern pass area. Like, there's several up there that you can kill. There's a few down here, but there's a lot up there. Also, tons of tundra rats. Massive HP chests. Yeah, the tundra rats are scary. You definitely want to be careful with tundra rats. Yeah, don't take that portal. I leave them the cache. Because it wasn't my tag. Don't be a shitter. A lot of people don't understand that this game is going to be around for a while, I think. And people will remember your name. You will not get invited to groups if you are act a certain kind of way. Certainly not going to get any Volt groups. I will not tolerate some behavior. First only for 15 gold's crazy too. Like, if for those of you that don't know, gold sells in Basile to like the vendor in the back. In Basile, there's like a trader in like that little shop in the south where all the shops are in that like most southeast corner. Talk to her, and that is how you get that part. Next, we're gonna be going to the or not how you get that part. That's where you sell the fur to, like any kind of like or sheep, like black sheep wool or whatever too. She also buys that stuff. So yeah, so we're just gonna loop around here. You're gonna notice that we are right next to all of this stuff, and my pathing, I'd say my pathing is decent. It's not the best pathing, but I think I complete the quest in about an hour. Then, once we're in the shipyard, we're gonna go all the way down this bridge. Once you're at the end of the bridge, there's a ship here. You're gonna go down into the hull of the ship. And in this back room, there's a door. Open the door, and you will see a chest. Open that chest. You can kill the giant rat if you want. And you loot that, and that is how you get the rat charm. Now, I highly suggest being very careful, or doing this next part with a group. Doing the next part with a group will make it so you don't die. I'm not 100% positive if you can do this and survive. There is a rope that is down here that will lead you back up into the cemetery that you're going to see soon. But I don't know. I really don't know if you can do this at like a low level and survive. I know that a couple of people, I knew it was possible when I was reading Reddit and some guy said that he was able to do this, and I was like, oh, okay. I have alts. Let's give it a whirl. Yeah, so we're heading back west here. Out of Basile. And then around this, you see this little ladder to these steps. You're going to take a right here. Take a right. And it's going to be straight south of where that church is, where like there's like monks and occultists and stuff. If you've ever explored up there. We're going to go up there. And then once you get over this part, there's like some steps over here. You take these steps and you just keep going northeast. Don't go down that. Don't go down that. Don't take that. Don't take there. No, that's a terrible idea. I don't know what's down there. Take that portal. And you're going to loop around here. You're going to loop around. You can kill the bears if you want. Go up these steps. Behind this house. There's a little ramp with a log. You take that ramp with the log. You're going to be right in front of the giant Deku tree, like in Ocarina of Time. You go past that. walk past that land bridge, walk past the second land bridge, and then we are right into the back entrance. Now, there is sometimes, depending on if the lever has been switched, there is a house that you can't really see right now, but it has the switch in it. It's on the other side of all of this. You have to like take a long path on the way to the go. I don't do that in this video. If you'd like to do that, you'd have to either ask someone who knows how to do it. But there's a house back there. There's a house back over there, and a house back over there will lead you to the lever, and that lever gets rid of the magic wall that's right there. Normally, there's a magic wall that spawns right here. With no magic wall, you can definitely do this easily. I will teach you how the pathing for the Banshee functions, and how to not get deleted by the Banshee on the way in. So currently I'm just pulling the imp to leash it. I don't want to screw around. I mean, like, I could have killed the imp, but I was just showing people like how to leash this stuff. Leash and despawn the imp, and then after you leash and despawn the imp, you will go back down the logs, and you can either do the same thing with the Acolyte and you can leash the Acolyte, or you can kill it. I kill the Acolyte. Now, if you see here, you see all this gravel, like there's a gravel path. There's a gravel path that's leading kind of like up those steps, and there's one that's kind of like leading down like further into the ghost town. Do not go further down those steps like I'm about to do to show you. You do not want to go down there. You want to go up those steps and then onto that little part of gravel. And then there's some more steps up to a door that has a barricade behind it. Do not go further down these. Right here, you will see why. I will show you. There's a Banshee right at the end, and it will aggro on top of you right there. But if you hug that LOS, it won't see you. So you go up here, grab this, grab that door, and wait. So if you take a look at the Banshee's positioning, and you see the AoE scream, I'm not sure the exact tile counts, but I know that she will path very close to this like broken down trailer wagon right beneath you. And she'll path over there. When she paths over there, you are safe to go down and not get hit. You'll take a couple hit from the enforcers going in, but she'll go over there, she'll path over there, and then you can just wait. So you see how it says Reich? And you see how it's starting to move over here? You can go down and you see how the AoE isn't over in that other room next to where the ladder is? When she starts to path over this way on your next rotation, or if you get super lucky whenever you first come in here, you might be able to just do that. If you come in here as a small group, you could probably also kill the enforcers if you have like a tank, and then if you have a couple of like major range DPS, you can simply just kill the Banshee. And then honestly, you could start soloing Banshees, and you could start getting all kinds of crazy stuff that Banshees drop. I haven't honestly even looked into that deep of what Banshees are able to drop, but this is cheesable. It's cheesable. It's got in the game for this reason. I mean, like, it's definitely possible to cheese this, no problem at all. And this is sick. Like, Banshees are one of my favorite mobs that I've seen so far. I think this is such a sick mechanic. I'm like, how are you supposed to actually do this? Like, just like a bunch of healing, and like everybody has to be like in the level 30s or something. But yeah, so you see how Banshee's starting to path forward. I pull the enforcer over, take those first two hits, go down the ladder, wait. See the Banshee's not moving? Take your pestilence hits. If you need to dash in, you can dash in. If you have a giant HP pot, you might be able to giant HP pot that out, and there's a little rope, right? There's a little rope that's in the back of that little area. You can take that rope back up. Now, I don't because I die. I just wanted to show you how to do this, and this is the most efficient like routing, because this takes me right back with the third charm to go back to the next spot that we're going, right? We're literally already at the next spot, basically. We're going to go hand in these charms to the female goblin. The female goblin's going to go, hey, this is what you have to do next. We're going to go from there at that point. And I was like, oh, I have no room, so I decided I was going to go sell this green staff that I picked up. off that occultist that I killed in the graveyard. I was really hoping it would have been like a neck or something. Or something good. Dropped a freaking staff, dude. Come on. So I go over here. This is the black market. If you don't know how to get in here, there's a little point I'm gonna show you later. I was just checking Tim's stock to see what he has for shop today. Seeing what he's got for sale. Yeah, Tim's shop is absolutely crazy. Like, I don't really like this should be in the game, but like, it's kind of strong. It's very strong for like a lot of the early game stuff. And for those that like just have no idea that it exists. Yeah, so like that's how you get in there. So like as you're going up to the caravan, right? You're gonna see like the path that actually goes to the caravan in the plains, and then right south of that, you'll see the little land bridges that lead you over like that creek or river. And you go down there at midnight. There is a guy that spawns that you can buy a key from for a very small amount of gold, like 30 gold, and he will give you the access to the black market. Yeah, you just say password, say yes, and it'll let you in. So we're gonna be back at the female goblin, heading back down into lower Bastille sewers. And you're gonna walk up to the female goblin and you're gonna say charms. Now, after you say charms, it's going to have you go back up to the Great Deku Tree, whatever it's called in this game. And after you... Yeah, so you talk to the goblin. It's going to send you back up to the tree, so that's where we're going to meet up now. And then you have to do it at night. So if you want to, so if it's like not night, you can go do some grinding or whatever at this point, and then follow back up with the rest of the video. Now. So we're back in the natural wildlife zone of Narda with that great Deku tree. You just go up to the tree, talk to him. You say charms. He's going to TP you inside the tree, and then you're going to be up at the, that's part of the pass. You're going to loot that chest. Loot the chest. And then you can go over here and it will take you, this is another route that takes you down into the ghost town. Again, you can do that. I would suggest not. But yeah, go back into the tree. You're going to take this ladder down if you go up here and look at it with me. Take the steps down, hit the rope. And then you're going to want to swing it right. Once you hit that rope, it's going to lead you around like kind of like this little round thing. Just keep going around until you see the door. This little door that Sareko went through, that's the door that you want to go through. Some logs there. There might be a chest over there with some stuff in it. You can explore this area. You can farm in this area. There's a bunch of stuff in here that's actually pretty decent to farm. It's actually not bad. And you just head out this door. Once you're in this door, there's a cave troll in that room. Please be careful. You actually want to go south and not north in this room because this door is locked. And you're going to want to take this ladder back up. Once you take this ladder back up, it's going to bring you back into Narda. Actually, like very, very, very close to like where like a bunch of the skeletons and stuff spawn, like right south of Morrigan's Boutique. Perfect. Yeah, we're right south of Morrigan's Boutique, and then you're just going to head out of here by going south past these bandits, and you'll be able to run back into the town center. So you can either run past these bandits, you can kill them, whatever you want to do. I'm honestly like, do I kill him? I'm like, do I need bread? I'm like, screw it. So you follow this path, down these steps, and then boom, now you're next to Fergus's Longhouse, and you are back in town center. Gonna go ahead and jump forward to being back at the female goblin to turn in the wooden heart. The wooden heart is the item that you received from that chest at the top of the tree. And then we will go from there. All right, so we're back in the sewers, heading towards the female goblin. Speak to the female goblin. And you simply just say task. you will have finished Morrigan's task, and now you can go get your wolf helm. Morrigan has been completely restored from being a female goblin into his rightful self, and you are able to access his shop back at Morrigan's boutique and back in the north. Now behind Morrigan's boutique is where I'm going to show you now is how you actually get the wolf helm now that you've gotten the key. So we're gonna go ahead and skip back up towards that part. All right, so we are back in Narda, right in the town center. You're gonna head north from the town center. And you see this little sign that reads Old Town Road. Go up the little steps of the path. Swing this little building. Go up the ladder. And then head down this rope right here. And then once you head down that rope, head up these steps over here to the north. You're going to cross this land bridge. And then right past this land bridge is going to be the wolf helm. And there you have it. Boom. Now you have the wolf helm. So, yeah, 1 attack speed, 3 armor, 7 HP regen, 7 MP regen. Absolutely massive item to get as early as possible, honestly. I mean, the item is super sick. But thank you guys again for checking out the video. If you have any questions, please comment below. Like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you again. There's going to be a few more coming out as well. Oh, there's also a free ingot back here if you have dash. Forget there's a free 10 ingot down here if you have dash, if you haven't grabbed that. But yeah, thanks again for stopping by, checking out the video. There's going to be a few more that I'm going to be posting out as I do some more quests. I have the footage for main story quests. It'll probably be coming out tomorrow. For those that haven't finished, like the cultist quest line. I'll be putting that out for the completed video. But have a beautiful rest of the day. Take it easy. Thanks.